Welcome back to another episode of the Elden Ring Guide. We are on episode 8, and we are in the Azuria's Hero Grave. And I feel like I haven't mentioned like my benchmark levels for every time. So we're at rune level 93 right now, and I will... So as you can see, this is a chariot dungeon. So it's a hero's grave, so this is standard. So you're going to want to go in here, wait, run, stand in between these two here. This is like the perfect spot. Run by. What you're going to want to do is drop down here, run backwards and grab this. Grave Glovewort 6. Just ignore all these enemies. They're not that important. They're not that big of a deal. Just ignore them. Ghost Glovewort 5, not bad. Just keep on running. Grave Glovewort 5. This is where you kind of run into a part where it might come a big deal. So coming through here is the smart thing. Ghost Glovewort 6, not bad. So now you're going to want to run over here. So you're gonna want to do a loop around them when they do that. It's really weird when they line up like that, but well, it can be anyway. You just gotta learn, and you just gotta like line it up just right. Like that could be like super hard, and then you're gonna want to run over here and just like hang out, wait for him to come up, do this. And that perfectly lines up with this rail here. Then you're going to walk forward, drop down here, grab that holy grease. Then you're going to drop down onto this. Then you can move forward to this place. I recommend wiping out this dude. Wipe them out. Get out of the steam. You're going to want to go around. Whack him before he can spray. Is the smart idea. Go around. As you can see, get behind him. Charge R2. Insta-kill. Go around. And you can come in here, which is some vulgar militia ashes. Not very good ash, might I add. Up here, up this ladder is a way. You know those chariots down there? Well, you can actually destroy the chariots. There is a way to do this for, I believe, every single hero's grave. But this is the only one that gives anything of worth. So we're going to do exactly that. So, wait. Oh no, I went the completely wrong way. Okay. Oh god. Poorly judged that. Okay. Well, that's fine, because now I can, like, show you, I guess, in more detail how to get through there. So what you're going to want to do, go this way, make a right, just keep running. Just keep running, make a right, make a left, run, just keep running, drop down, keep running. Right. Just keep on running. Go down. Make a left. Make a right. Go down. Make a left. Make a right. Make a left. Get in here. Wait. Go forward. Line up with this corpse. Drop down. Drop down. It's only 5k runes, so you don't have to worry about it too much, so we won't go back to go get them. So what we're going to do instead is this. Drop down. Drop down. Block. Run. Right. So what you'd want to do there is use the quit out strat, where you quit out before you fall. I've kind of demonstrated this before, but like what you want to do is open a menu, do that, and it would quit out, which is exactly what I just did. So that's how you would do it. I goofed up the input, so I didn't do it right. So we're gonna try that again. It's not too hard. It just takes practice. It takes practice, and yeah, that's about it really. It just takes a lot of practice. So now that you're doing this, you're gonna want to make another run for it, because you're gonna get used to doing this, like, and dying a lot as well. Do that. Just keep running. Just keep running. You don't really have to care too much about most of anything. Just come down here. Keep running. Excuse me. Sorry. Just keep running. Left. Right. Wait. Move forward. Line up with this corpse. Drop. 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 You could also drop right here, I believe. I think you can drop right here. Yep, you can drop right here, and it's fine. You could go get your runes if you feel like it. Personally, I just think we should just keep moving this way, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. Just run. Kill him. It's pretty simple. Then we're gonna want to go up the big ladder. You're gonna want to run forward. Then want to wait for him to go down. Turn around. Go this way. Come to this little statue. Knock it down. Oof. So it tricked us. But that's fine. Ow. We're sort of stuck between a rock and a hard place here. Quite literally. So now that you're gonna want to do, wait for him to come up. Oh, good grief. I suck at timing that. That's so bad. I really do kind of hate these dungeons, but you have to do them because they give some really good loot as well. Okay. Heal. Run. Left. Got him. Your options are left or forward. I recommend going forward here. Crouch, sneak up on him. Charge R2. A second charged R2. Insta-kill him. Crucible Feather Talisman. That's a feather that improves the power of your dodge rolls, but it lowers your damage negation by an amount that using that talisman is not worth it. I do not recommend it. And now that we're doing this, we can now go up. Go up. Now we come here. And you can knock it, I think. We actually want to bring that back up, honestly. And with it, we actually want to go forward and to the side. And now we kind of want to wait. It is up. And what you gotta do is you gotta wait until you see the fire spray. Then you drop down. You wait a minute. And it's destroyed. So with that, that's all dead and gone. You don't have to worry about first phase anymore. Now you can just run right past it and go straight to the boss arena. So that was a pretty hard dungeon with a complicated puzzle at the end. And that's how you trigger it. You gotta step down. If the fire's breathing towards you in the opening, then you done it right. So now you gotta come this way. And what I recommend doing is using Oga again. Because he's just gonna be so... well, he's just way too good to ignore. Oof. Mistimed that. Back off. Heal. Roll. Back off. Oga really isn't doing a great job, but he's okay. Roll to the side. Heal. Roll into him. Charge R2. Charged R2. Back away. Jumping heavy. Roll. Light. Roll. Light. Roll. Charged heavy. Alright, and now we run into this issue, where every time we heal, they're gonna do something. Back away. Rolling, jumping light. Roll. If you rolled into him, you would get up. Be careful of that swing there, because that's a Back away from him. Really wasn't anything I could have done to avoid that. Yeah, that's the problem with duo fights, is the fact there's not really anything you can do to avoid most of the attacks that come your way. Unless you actively, like, I guess sort of know what's coming. Like with the Crucible Knights, you can predict their movements, it's just super inconsistent. Especially this. Jumping heavy. As you can see, he does his stomp. We die to his tail swipe. I mean, that's ultimately the problem, is just, you gotta also really rely on luck in order to get through, like, some of these duo fights, because they're just so bad. Like, a lot of the duo fights are just flat out, like, really bad. This is, like, one of the worst duo fights that come to mind, because it's effectively just a war of attrition. But if you can get it to work, kudos to you, but at the end of the day, I really don't think you can. It's just a case of you're not really going to be able to. Not realistically. What you want to do, really, is just get right up in this dude's and try to get, like, 2 charge R2s, ideally, but he did a thrust attack, which cancels us out of it. So, I mean, you really just want to run from one side to the other. Summon Oga to help you out, maybe. Yeah, that happens quite a lot as well. And as you can see, it just does way too much damage, honestly. And as you can see, the recovery time... Enemies will do something where you'll notice you'll put in an input to do an action. Two charged R2s. Another charged R2. Rolling light. Heal. Roll into him. Charged R2. Roll. Heal. Charged R2. Back away. Heal. As you can see, Oga's really putting in the work here. Really, like, doing nice with the stagger, with the arrows. And there we go, we just got ourselves a full armor set and the Ordorvus' Greatsword. Pretty solid weapon overall. With that, we're now going to head back to the Hermit Merchant Shack. And now we're going to go over to the Minor Erd Tree. There are a few different ways you can get there, but we're going to go this way. Technically, we're going to have to go down. But if you go up this way, there's a item you can get while we're here. It's pretty decent overall, honestly. It's in that little bowl over there. It is the Winged Crystal Tier. This one reduces your equipment load temporarily, so that means you could be like full-on fat rolling, heavy loading it up. And if you use this crystal tier, consume your physic, you'll be light rolling like it's nothing. Well, maybe not light rolling, but you'll be able to roll as if you were wearing the normal armor you wear, you know? Like, that's how good it is. We actually want to go left towards the Minor Erd Tree up here. Over there, there's an Omen. We're gonna, like, really mostly just ignore these guys. Pick up the Crimson Crystal tier and that. And honestly, you're good if you can just do that. There's one more thing we gotta do while we're in this area. While we're just riding around. I actually need to go back over to the Azura's Crystal Hero's Grave. We're not gonna go in it, but we just gotta go near it. We gotta take the same path we took to get there. But It's not quite the same. Make sure to jump. Yeah, that's better. Once you do that, you're going to want to keep an eye out for this thing. Then you're going to want to jump down here. And here we are. You'll see that little steam over there. Over there is Bogart, who we saw earlier back in Liurnia. And now that he's here, he'll sell us some more stuff.
What are you looking at? Oh, you again, is it? Perfect bloody timing, actually. I got crab, cooked up fresh.
So we're actually going to buy 3 more of these. And we actually want to buy all... We don't want to buy all 50, but we do want to buy like 20 of these. And we're going to buy 10 more of these. So that way we can have 20 of each. We're going to talk to him.
Right. There's something I should probably tell you. You heard of the Dung Eater? He's a madman. Has it out for everyone. Curses him. Goes round in his rank armour and all. You see him though. Stay, well, away. I was in the same jail as him once, so I know firsthand. He's a god-forsaken monster. Not just some petty thug like me. He's a killer. Kills people. And curses the souls. Does all sort of shit to the corpses. To keep them cursed forever. I ain't seen nothing more disgusting in all my years. I never been more scared than you. Rooted to the bloody spot while he did that. To my friend. Never met someone with a taste for crab I couldn't trust. You've got a real thing here, eh? And it's only getting better.
For this, you can now just leave Blackguard alone. And we actually need to go back to the Magma Worm Makar. And now we need to go activate the summon sign in order to go fight him. A colossal weapon is the best weapon to fight him with here, so that way you can trade with him. You can even consume one of those boiled prawns. There you go. We beat him. Took him down pretty easily. We could go back to Volcano Manor right now for our reward. We're not going to because we don't need to right now. But we did get the Bulgo armor, which is probably the best armor in the game. Well, one of the best armor sets in the game. Problem is that it is also the heaviest armor in the game. So we can't use it. Not for a while, anyway. And now that we've come all the way here, we now actually want to head back to the outer wall. And we actually want to head right. Because we have a little place to go to. 2 places, actually, but this is the easiest one. We'd head up there to those ruins. Nothing we really need to craft, honestly. I'm gonna come all the way up here. We're gonna come this cookbook. Grab the Golden Order seal. Pick up all these golden centipedes. These are super rare material, so I recommend picking these up. Come here, grab this grace. They don't respawn at this place, so don't bother. And now you're going to want to head back out. Head down. Mm. So we're just gonna keep going. Just keep going and going. All the way down to the bottom is gonna be the plan. And then once we do this, we'll have 2 more places to go. Now we're going into this place here. This little ruin. Going into this cave. Now if you come in here, this little tunnel, you're gonna notice you hear all this clanging. But, there's no door. So what's up with that? Well, if you go over here to this weird looking cave, roll through, and that's how you get to the main catacomb. Then you're just gonna want to knock these dudes about. There's tons of smithing stone 5s in here, so you can pick up some more. While you're here, you can pick up this little chest right here. Chest is a very important item, the smithing stone bell bearing 2. This allows you to buy an infinite numbers of smithing stone 3s and 4s, normals. This means you can get all weapons to plus 12 super easily without having to worry. Without having to be concerned about it, all as long as you have the runes, which you can just farm using the bird farm. So now we're going to head down. Just keep going down. And down, and down, and down, and down, and down. Roll off. As you can see, you got this illusory wall here. Keep going. Another illusory wall. Now when you get here, you're gonna want to go right. Through here. Pick up the stone sword key. I can't see what's going on around me, but I accidentally backstabbed one of the vulgar militias, so that was a good thing, but that's not how I would have done that. I also would have allowed for much more visibility. So you're gonna kill all these dudes. Pick up a gold pickle foulfoot. Kill all these dudes. You could. Now you're probably wondering what's down there. Well, I'll show you. So you're going to come down here and you're going to see this thing. And now we're going to want to lure it over to that statue. We're going to try to get it over here. We just got to get it to do one of its, like... It broke open the statue, so that's good. We're going to let it do its spin. Jumping heavy. Roll back. Okay, recovery time was a bit too long for a jumping heavy. A jumping light would probably suffice. As you can see, it does like half your health in that attack. Once you kill him, it's pretty much good. Come over here, grab these 6s. 3 6s in that, which means we now have enough for another plus 15 weapon. And we need 6 more in order to have enough, 6 more 6s before we have enough for a plus, a plus 18 weapon. However, I'm just going to give you guys a heads up. I don't think, I could be wrong on this, but I don't think there are any more ways to get 6s from this point on. So, again, take that with a grain of salt. I could be wrong on that. As a matter of fact, I probably am, because I actually just, my brain just woke up and I realized, oh yeah, that's right, there's another place you can go. So we could get more 6s. Probably enough to get another weapon to plus 18. Not enough to get a weapon to plus 20, mind you. We definitely don't have enough for that. But we will get probably, maybe not a max weapon, a max level weapon, but probably something close to a max level weapon. Probably before our next late game area. So, again, just figured I should tell you all that. Or at the very least, we'll get close to a weapon of somewhat max level before then. I mean, besides Somber, because this is already fully upgraded, and it's not going to get better. So, there are other places you can go to get upgrade mats. There aren't any other tunnels in Leyendell, but there will be other tunnels. Another places you can go to get late game upgrade mats. One place in particular comes to mind, albeit it isn't it's very late. And now that we're at this place, I recommend popping your flask, coming in here, and you're just going to want to charged R2 this dude to death. And the charged R2 will often the second charged R2, I'm sure you've noticed, has very high chance to stagger enemies on the second hit. Like, knock them down. We got the Onyx Lord's Greatsword. We're not going to head up, though. Instead, we're going to head in. And you're going to see that Grace, and this is very similar to a Divine Tower. In case you're wondering, no, we do not have the ability to unlock this Divine Tower yet. So don't bother with it. It's not worth it. So we're going to pop our runes. And so we are going to go... Now that we've done all of this, we are going to go to the Bestial Sanctum. And we're going to go turn in our Deathroot to get some more stuff. And then we're going to go do something a little risky, but I'm sure y'all are up for that.
I won't forget again. Mine appetite, my sin. I must have more. I must consume more.
Gives us the Beast Claw, which is nice. For now, we really don't have too much to do. So what I recommend doing is we're going to go back underground, and we're going to go to the Mimic Tier Site of Grace. And we're going to come here, because we actually need to come here. I would recommend coming here before Leyendell, because this is where a lot of the high-level stuff is going to be at. Underground is typically where a lot of the good stuff is. I accidentally sat at the Site of Grace when I didn't need to. Sorry about that. Gonna get up. Gonna activate our Site of Grace. We're gonna use our horse. We're just gonna one-hit kill that thing. Get another Somber Smithing Stone 5. So now we have enough to get 6 weapons to plus 5. So that's actually huge. Because that means we could pretty much experiment with whatever weapon we kind of want to now. So that means we could get Axe of Godric to plus 5, Dragon Halberd to plus 5. We could get just about anything we kind of want to get to plus 5 to plus 5. I'm sorry, y'all. I have no idea what that is. It's probably my Alexa going off. And you probably remember this from last time. You want to activate all these torches. And don't worry, there is ghost glovewort down here. It's just not as easily visible. So you gotta activate these fires. Go left. And then there's this place. This little grace. And you can technically scale these places. We're not gonna come here yet, though. We're gonna light, like, a decent chunk of fires. And collect the rest of the ghost glovewort in the area before we begin thinking about stuff like, you know. Don't worry about the big dog. Another Somberstone 5, that means we can get 7 weapons to plus 5 now without much concern. Don't worry about the big wolf. He's not too much of a concern. You can just ignore him. Activate this. You can fight him if you'd like. We got kind of lucky here where we got him kind of stuck in a corner. We got very unlucky there. We decided to jump into his jumping attack. He is almost dead because we have a very late game weapon, so we did kill him pretty easily there. It's not bad, honestly. Now, we could go level up. Well, actually, no, we can't. We need, like, a bit more to level. Probably wondering what that is. Don't worry. It's not worth it. It'll never be worth it. Just take these dudes out. Come here. Light the flame. And just keep running. So we're just going to keep running. Whoops. Come here. Light the fire. Keep running. And then you're gonna come around. Get off. Pop this. And with that, we have now activated all of the lights. So that's like super good. So we're going to come back over here. And now we're going to go explore. So jump down. Drop down. Go to the right here. Jump across. Take these. No cross. Jump. Jump across. Charged R2. Nice. Make sure to pick up these. These silver tear husks are very important, because that means you can craft the uplifting aromatics. These are a very good item. These are probably the best of the aromatics, and probably one of the few that are like properly, are actually like really good in our build. Probably one of the few that are like super good in our build. So now we just want to kind of keep going. So we're gonna drop down here, pick up another silver tear husk. With that, we have now crafted the maximum amount of these we can craft for now. While we're here, we're going to want to grab the black wet blade. Kill this scarab, so that way we can get a free refill. And you're going to want to have a stone sword key for this. Now, behind this door is one of the legendary summons, which would be a good thing. And to be honest, it is, because it's a great summon. However, the problem with this summon is that it's the most busted summon in the game. It costs HP instead of FP, so you might think to yourself, oh, then, okay, that means I can respec these points that I put into mind into health, and I can just completely offset the cost, right? Well, yes and no. It's a good summon, and it's actually one of the best in the game. However, I don't really think using it is that interesting or that engaging, and it honestly just encourages you to just blink through the game. So we will not be using the Mimic tier at all. So we won't be using it. It is a legendary summon though, and you do need to pick it up for the achievement if you want it. So if you're a completionist, then I definitely recommend you pick it up. Otherwise, yeah, just kind of don't bother. In terms of leveling, we are going to want to level our Vigor to get 1500 HP. You could summon for this area. You don't have to, though. Kill him. Back off. Yoink. Charged R2. Charged R2 again. Running light. Running light. Be wary of this one, because he turns into a giant. Oh yeah, this one. Once you do that, you're gonna want to do this. Kill him. Heal. Then you're going to want to keep going up here into this little building. And you're going to want to open this up, which is the Fingerslayer Blade and a Grey Ghost Glovewort. Now, the Fingerslayer Blade is not an actual weapon, despite what you may think. It is instead a... what do you call it? The Fingerslayer Blade is not an actual weapon you can use. I know, very disappointing. But, it is, on the other hand, a weapon that is insanely good. So now that we've done all this, we actually want to change weapon again, back to the Bloodhound's Fang. Now you're probably wondering, why are we swapping back to a weapon that's not fully upgraded to go fight the deer? Well, that's because the weapon is just straight up faster. And actually, no. We're going to use the Claymore. And the reason why is because this is faster, and it has a ranged attack. So the Bloodhound's Fang is going to get put aside for a while, but don't underestimate its usefulness. And for this, we actually need to change our build completely. So now we need to have jump attacks, low FP cost, and because we don't really have anything else, Gold Scarab it is. Flask it up. Go through. And since we have low FP cost, we can just use the Stormblade. Back away. Use your flask. As you can see, we're doing massive damage here. Now you've successfully defeated the Regal Ancestor Spirit. Nice job. You can consume this remembrance if you'd like, but I will show you some of the stuff you can get out of it, though. Just as, like, to show you. So... we gotta go back to Round Table to show you. So we're gonna come this way. The item you can get out of this is the Winged Horn Greatsword, which is the Winged Great Horn, which is a Great Axe, that you can power stance with the other Great Axe. And I actually haven't mentioned power stancing. So power stancing is basically when you can equip two weapons of the same type. So, let's say the Claymore and the Lord Sword's Greatsword, and you basically dual wield them. You get a unique moveset when you press the left buttons, or whatever it is for mouse and keyboard. So this is the best axe for power stancing, or you can get the Ancestral Spirit's Horn, which restores FP upon defeating enemies. This is very good if you're just out and exploring in the open world, and you want something to be a bit more FP efficient. Both of these are good options. I recommend picking the Ancestral Spirit's Horn. So, but then, what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the Mausoleum compound, and we're going to unlock the Mausoleum. And to unlock Mausoleums, you're going to want a heavy weapon. So I recommend this one, like something like this. And then you're going to want to go down, or up, whichever one you feel comfortable with, and you're just going to whack the legs. Back away as it does its jump. As you can see, it's lowering. So now you're going to want to find the entrance, which is that right up there. And with these mausoleums, what you can do with them, you can actually unlock duplicates of remembrances. So, like the Regal Ancestral Spirit, which is the only one you can get there, you can then turn it back in to the Maiden, and then you can get both of the items. So it's actually super cool and super effective, super efficient. So yeah, and you can't even accidentally get the other one as well, so you can just get this. So yeah, you can now get both of the Winged Greathorns. So that's like super cool. Now that we've done this, you can go return to Vrani, but what I recommend doing now is going to... I recommend just going, honestly, go this way, and upgrade your Spirit Ash, whatever that may be, like Oga, which is what I'm using right now, to +6. We can also upgrade that to +6 as well, why not? We're also going to upgrade Dean, because he's just super good. In terms of what I would like to get to +5, I'll just do Kristoff, because Kristoff and Oga are now about the same. So whichever one you prefer. Oga is like a hyper-aggressive summon. Kristoff is more passive. Now that we've done all of this, we're going to go back underground. And this time, we are going to go to the below the well down here. And we're going to go do it. So as for this, you're going to want to swap completely. You're going to want to go for this and this, because its heavy attacks do pierce. And this is going to be the setup you want. And you're going to want to move your flasks to something like this. Then you're going to go up here. And you're going to use the 2 stone sword keys on this. So if you don't have 2, make sure you get 2. Which, if you've used 2 now, you should have had 8 by now. So now we have 6 because we used 2 there. So we want this. But actually, no, we don't. So we actually want something like this, this, and this, with this, so for now, we're just going to have all of these equipped. So you're probably thinking, well, we're heavy loading, which means we're fat rolling. So why are we doing this? Well, the reason why we're doing this, and the reason why we're using it, is because this Ash of War, the spinning wheel, has a unique property that is really only useful against NPC invaders. Which, considering we're about to go fight an NPC invader, or a series of NPC invaders, rather, we're about to get something super valuable out of this. Just ignore these bows, this bow knight. We're just going to run right past him. We will whack him once, though. We could kill him. Okay, we got knocked off the horse. That's fine, though. Just kill him, take him out of the equation. Run to the side. Heal if you must. Run to the right side again. And stick over here. Wait for him to fire. Now run to him. Get off your horse. 1 heavy attack. 2 heavy attacks. 3. 3. Run up to it. Slice it open. We even get a refill on our flask. So now we're going to head up. Straight up to him. And you're going to see this giant jar dude. And you're going to want to speak to him. If you do it, he'll let you summon challengers to prove you're worthy. Now what you're going to do is you're going to want to look carefully at the armor each opponent is wearing. As you can see, they're all wearing heavy armor. So that means this is a nuh-uh. Which means we're instead going to want the Arsenal Charm 1. So first, we're going to summon this dude. And I'll show you guys the ropes on how you deal with NPC summons. Pop all your buffs before they summon. As you can see, he does lots of damage, because he is using a colossal weapon, of course. Take him down. Heal up. First jar down. Second one coming up. Second one down. And now we go for our final. This is a great sword, great shield, dude. You could swap out any of these talismans. So I recommend swapping this out for the hammer talisman, so that way you can do more damage against shields. Heal. Shield. Take him down. Nice job. And these are random for all instances. So you will probably get different challengers with different builds. So we're going to talk to him here. And he gives you the Great Jar's Arsenal, which, to put it bluntly, is just a straight up better version of the Arsenal Charm. And now that you've done this, while we're here, we are going to go here, and we're going to unlock the Colosseum. Now, this is a new feature that just got added, so even I'm kind of new to this, so I'm not 100% sure how all this works. Well, you open this up, and if you come here, you can engage in PvP with your spirit summons with you. So you can engage in these, which is kind of neat, honestly. And you can now access this at the round table. So it's honestly even better now. So I recommend... So now you can PvP whenever you want, honestly. So as long as you're at the round table. As long as you have internet connection and the round table. And for now, we're actually going to go back to the Ancestral Woods. And we're going to keep this equipped. We're going to continue this setup. And we're going to go to the Shofra Aqueduct. So we're just going to run past everything. Because we've done pretty much everything we can in this area for now. So we're just going to keep on going. And again, as you've probably experienced, as you saw there, probably, using the this weapon requires a lot of hit trading, so you may not appreciate it. And believe me, I'm right there with you. Sometimes I don't appreciate it, but this weapon is very slow, so in PvP you will be hit trading quite a lot, and that's part of the reason why we're leveling Vigor now as well. Just to give ourselves that little bit extra edge. So now we're going to drop back down. And we actually have some enemies to fight. So drop down here. Come in here. And you're going to want to lure this dude into the main area. And you're going to want to fight him. Rolling LR1. R1. R1. Charged R2. R1. Back off. Roll into it. R1. R1. Roll to the side. Jumping heavy. Crucible Horn Great Shield. Pretty nice. Pretty solid. Now we're about to come up on this dude. So we're going to continue sneaking. And we're going to charged heavy. And with that, you're just going to want to keep running. And you're actually going to want to change your weapon to the plus 20 quality claymore. And then you're going to want to swap all of this out for jump attack, low cost, and gold scarab. And you're going to hand over the twin set to this guy. So he's insane. And if you do that, you're about to enter a very tough boss fight. You can summon D. That guy is also named D to help you. So what we're going to do, since we're here, we're going to summon him, use our flask, roll into it. Charged R2. Riposte. He's down. Heal. Back off. Back off. Back off. Knock him down. Nice job. Overall, this is a very solid weapon. Honestly. Go back to Giza's wheel. Rest at the side of grace. Invest in vigor. Change your build. Charge attack. Great jar. Wing sword. Then we're going to head up. We're going to skip the cutscene because, I don't know, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but I mean, we're going to see something very similar to that soon, so don't worry about it. It's basically a less cool version of the other thing, and we're going to come this way, and we're going to go fight that thing. Charged R2. I rolled too early. Roll in. Charged R2. Roll in. Light. Back. Left. Roll. Heal. Roll. Jumping heavy. Rolling light. Charged heavy. Charged heavy. Puts an end to that. We get Golden Land, and you're just going to keep running. Come up here. Go right. Get up here. Pick that up. I didn't mean to drop down, but yeah, drop down. Go this way. Drop down. Go up here. And you're just gonna want to keep running. Although I recommend you swap to a faster weapon. So, like, the Claymore, or... yeah, the Claymore, that's about it. So, Lance Talisman. And you're just gonna want to run in here and start slapping those. Just ignore the pop-ups, it's fine. Somber Smithing Stone 6. You also come here as well for the legendary spell Elden Stars. It's not very good, but it's something you need for the achievement, so we're gonna grab it anyway. Yoink the Smithing Stone 4. Jump across. Jump across. Grab these, grab this. Jump up here. Get off the horse. Rest. Change this to this. Change this to this. Get moving. Run right past him. Pick up this purple. Completely just go behind him. Charged R2. Second charged R2. The Vacuum Slice Ash of War. Run out. Go this way. So it'll let me. Ghost Glovewort 5. Somber Smithing Stone 6. It's pretty worth it. Go back. Go along the rooftops. Go here. Grab this side of Grace. Then you're going to want to come down here. This is like a mini graveyard, so you're going to want to pick up everything in here. Come on. There we go. You gotta, like, stand on it, like, pitch perfectly. Nascent Butterfly. Come on. There we go. Ghost Glovewort 5. Come down here. Yoink a 6. Come through here. Somber Smithing Stone 7. Jump up here. And you're gonna wanna, like, go fight this dude. Pop a Physic. And you're gonna wanna fight Siluria. Charged heavy. Roll. Roll. Heal. Run up. Down. Riposte. Hit her. Killed her before she even entered her second phase. With that, we can come over here, pick up a 7. Get Siluria's tree. And then over here, we can come pick up her entire armor set. Well, the entire Crucible tree set, anyway. Then we're gonna want to jump down here. Ash of War up here. Yoink that. Go across. Gonna run past all these dudes. Yoink the golden rune. Just keep running. Just keep running. Jump up on here. Get off your horse. Oh, good grief. Just start smacking these. My ear itches. Ah. Yep, we're teeter-tottering, which means we're going down. It kicks us off, we land, and we're all good. That's a mausoleum we've unlocked in case we ever need more remembrances. Now we want to come up here. Yoink another 6. And with it, we can actually get another weapon to +7. Now that we have another 7. Since we've done all of this, I think we're pretty much good. So now we can go back. I recommend going back to the Nameless Eternal City. And I recommend popping all the runes that you've gotten. Just pop all of them. You're gonna need to. Now that we've done that, I recommend dumping points into Vigor. You now have 45 Vigor. So now we're gonna go up. We're gonna run past this dude. Just jump around. Grab that. You don't really need to worry about any of the loot on these towers. Most of it's not worth it. So we're just gonna keep running. But there is one place we gotta go. And there the loot is worth it. And we gotta make a little bit of a detour down right. We gotta go through here. And we gotta drop down this path. So we're gonna get off the horse here. We're just gonna go down. So down. Okay, we missed the jump because collision's bad, but I mean, hey, we can figure it out. It's okay, it's fine. It's just 15k, so I mean, it's not too big of a deal. So we can just go back there. It's fine. Again, this isn't really a big detour. And we do need to do this because there's some very cool loot in that little hole. So now we're just going to keep running. So just keep running till you get all the way back here. Yoink that. And I recommend like just giving a quick little tour around just to make sure there's no loot. So we're gonna do that real quick just to make sure there's no loot to take. Yeah, there's not. It's not worth it. Any loot there is, it's just not worth. So now we're gonna make the drops. So just be very careful not to fall like I did. Make sure you get right up close to it. Drop down. Drop down. Drop down. Grab all this formic rock. Down there, it's another Somber Smithing Stone 7, which is why we're here. I recommend dropping down. Get on Torrent. And just run. And we're right back at the waterfall we were at the beginning. And over here is a glovewort we missed. So, hey. We didn't come here for nothing. We came here for a very good reason. And now we gotta run back to the front. So we're gonna run back again, and we're gonna do that again. That little part, the run up. Because then we can go unlock the Site of Grace and actually progress the area, so... We're just gonna keep running up and up, and then you're gonna make a jump here and then a jump here. Now that you're here, you're gonna want to go here. Now we're gonna do something that's interesting. We're gonna go fight a boss, a series of bosses. And yes, there are multiple here. Now, it doesn't... And don't worry, we're not going to fight that thing. Trust me, that thing comes much later. We're not going to fight it. Not right now, anyway. Jesus, that thing always freaks me out. No matter what it is, it'll always freak me out. Now that we're against this dude, just back away. Hit him. Yep. That's round 1. These guys are randomized unless you're offline, so... Except this guy. This guy is always scripted. So you're always gonna see Rogier here. Well, that was lucky. Now we're going to want to flask it up. Probably going to want to summon Redmane Oga here. And that's the benefit of Spinning Wheel, ladies and gentlemen. It's the fact that it's practically a stun lock machine against NPCs with low poise. Yeah, that's the benefit of these that I didn't get to demonstrate earlier, is that this is a stun lock machine against NPC invaders. And there is Fia. Rest out of Grace. We don't have enough to level, so don't worry about it. And that right there is a teleporter. Now you're going to want to speak to Fia here.
Ah, there you are. I knew you would come. What is it you intend? To deny us and our ways, like the dogmatic brutes of the Golden Order?
Say no, I want to be held.
You are an odd one. I am the guardian of those who live in death. They call me a foul and rotten witch. Yet you still wish to be held by me? Have you ever seen a Hallowbrand? When the first of the demigods died, his flesh was marked with the half-wheel wound of the centipede. Godwyn's Hallowbrand has since been recovered at the Round Table Hall. But there is another Hallowbrand out there somewhere, and I must find it before the time comes we receive our Lord. When Godwyn died, a Hallowbrand scored that another exists, and I must before that my hands. Will you still?
Yep. So now we actually want to leave her be, because we need to go find the Hallowbrand. And that, coincidentally, is involved in another quest we're currently progressing. Ronnie's quest. For now, in order to get rid of the buff, we're going to consume the Baldekin's Blessing, and we're going to use the teleporter. And as you can see, we are now in Leyendell, the royal capital. This is an alternate way to get into Leyendell, instead of the primary way. In my opinion, this is the most fun way because it interacts with several other NPCs and quests, but, however, you do have to go through the Valiant Gargoyle duo, which if you've been following this guide, you should be more than leveled up enough in order to deal with them. However, there is another method to get into the capital.
My utmost thanks for bringing me to the base of the Erdtree. Here, I can govern my own movement, and thus, the accord is fulfilled. I shall depart to ascertain the purpose I was given. Farewell. I shall leave Torrent, and the power to turn runes into strength. Here, with you. I wish you luck in realizing your ambition. You have fought long and hard. I have no doubt you will become Elden Lord. May you take the throne.
Here she leaves us be, and now we can level up freely. Since we're already at 45 vigor, I recommend dumping this point into dexterity to get 27. Bok is also here, however, we're not going to interact with him quite yet. Instead, we're going to go back to the Hermit Shack. Actually, before we even do that, we have to go all the way back. All the way back to the Altus Highway Junction and mark this on the map. Now you're going to want to go around. Make sure you have at least one stone sword key for this Everjail. In this Everjail is a legendary talisman, the Godfrey icon. We don't have a use for it, but it is one of the legendary talismans you need to pick up in order to complete the legendary talismans bingo. So we're going to pick it up. Make sure to consume your physic and run forward. Then get a charged R2. This is Godfrey the Grafted. This boss is effectively Godfrey first phase, so you won't need to worry about learning his moveset. You effectively already know it. Back away, wait for him to do his slam, run up forward, do a dodge around, charged heavy, get a second charged heavy if you're feeling ballsy, roll that attack, knock him down again, knock him again. Pretty easy. Here's a bunch of free runes and a new talisman. $26k runes. Not bad, honestly. It's like not bad at all. I'm not kidding. That's pretty good. Especially for a repeat boss. Yes, I am throwing shade at the game. What of it? Alright. Now that we've done that, we want to go back to the abandoned coffin grace. Oh, wait. Actually, I'm getting this wrong. Go back to the round table hold. We need to upgrade our summon, Olga.
Greeting, are you here for...
Upgrade your summon to +7. Should be good. You can also upgrade a weapon should you feel like it. I'm gonna upgrade Bloodhound's Fang.
Oh, don't pay me any, just lay out your...
The weapon we want to upgrade, most importantly, is the Bloodhound's Fang. Where is it? Ah, here it is. We actually have 2 7s, which means we can get both the Dragon Halberd and the Bloodhound's Fang to +7. Sweet, I actually forgot about that. We also need to turn in our bell bearings, I believe, because I don't... Yeah, we have the somber smithing stone miners. Oh wait, no, is that the normal one, or is that the somber? No, it's the normal. Still, though, we do need to turn it in. You're probably wondering when we're going to go speak to that guy. Don't worry, we'll speak to him soon enough. That time just comes much later. First, though, we now need to complete a series of quests very specifically. So first, we need to go to Selen. And we're going to show her Azur's sorcery.
There you are. Shall we commence?
If you're gonna buy a sorcery from her, buy the Scholar Shield and Scholar's Armament.
What's this sorcery, my apprentice? Ah, then you have seen Master Azure. Master Azure was a founding Glintstone sorcerer, and my first teacher. A stern judge of men. But he must have seen something in you. You make us both proud. We can speak more later, my apprentice. If you recall, I was exiled from the Academy of Rhea Lucaria. It was for attempting to restore the primeval current of Glintstone sorcery. The toothless pedantry peddled by the Carian royal family can rot for all I care. I want Glintstone sorceries that open our minds, unbound by terrestrial taboos, no matter what we give in return. My apprentice, I presume nothing. Teacher and student are not bound to tread the same path. But hear me out, my apprentice. I need your help to restore the primeval current of Glintstone sorcery. Perhaps this is a journey we could take together.
Say you agree.
Splendid. I thank you. This pleases me. It's been far too long since I found a fellow kindred spirit. You must have a fabulous teacher. I need your help, my apprentice. Master Lusat is another founding Glintstone sorcerer. and like Master Azure, he was banished from the academy. Now he languishes in prison somewhere. My apprentice, can you find Master Lusat? With this glintstone key, you should be able to cross the boundary that encloses him. I need him to restore the primeval current of glintstone sorcery. He's nigh a child of the stars. Such is his body now. After his expulsion from the academy, I heard that Master Lusat returned to his home, a place called Celia in the eastern Caelid wilds. Thinking about it, I obtained the glintstone key I gave you from a Celian sorcerer. It wouldn't be too much of a leap to suppose he's still cooped up nearby.
Now you're going to want to return to the Church of the Plague. You're then going to want to drop down back to where we saw Gowry earlier. Back to Gowry's shack. You might notice now that it says Gowry is back, so let's go speak to him. Make a very careful series of jumps down. Now go speak to him.
Thank you kindly for giving the needle to Millicent.
Now she too can begin her journey and stare her fate straight in the eye.
You've been a saint through and through. As thanks, I vow to impart to you my knowledge
Of the lost sorceries of the Senians, descendants of the Eternal.
Oh, you noticed, did you?
Indeed, Millicent did visit this hall of her home.
It seems the memories eaten away by the rotting sickness yet remain, but faintly. However, she has no need of me anymore. No, she must embark on her journey and stare her fate in the eye. I mustn't impede. As I've aged, I've found the best way to aid the young is to be forgotten. So, you gave Millicent a golden arm replacement. This is a wonderful development. Thank you for your kindness.
Now, Millicent may fully realize her true warrior's potential, like her beautiful mother.
The girl, Millicent, she is a bird, green and undeveloped, waiting to flower into magnificence. What a wondrous day that will be. In truth, before her, I'd never seen a bud of such superior quality. She might very well outshine her sisters.
With this, Gowry will now sell you a series of incantations, but you might notice that we came here pretty much to just learn lore. He is not the sorcerer Selin talked about, and to my knowledge, you can't talk to, and to my knowledge and understanding, the sorcerer that Selin speaks of, who gave her the Celian Spellbreaker, does not actually appear in-game. Unless it's Gowry, in which case, well, he doesn't want to talk about it. You're here, knock down this illusory wall, and you'll notice that in one of our Caelid notes, you saw a thing about a hidden cave in Celia behind the graveyard. Would you look at that? We're in a hidden cave behind the... We grabbed this note pretty much in the second or third episode, and it's coming now to you in the 8th. Now, would you look at that? We're kind of pretty much coming full circle now. Oh, you can call that circle. And no, just because these dudes are here does not mean this is a mine. Although he did drop a Somber Smithing Stone 3, which wasn't very convincing to my point, but you have to understand, this is not a mine where you can get smithing stones. It is a nice place to get budding cave moss, though. Again, illusory wall, so knock it down. Once you've done that, you're going to want to keep breaking through these illusory walls. You're going to want to cross here. Kill him. Jump across. Keep, like, going through. You're gonna want to go down. You're gonna want to drop down here. Then you're gonna want to turn around. Dodge that. Kill him. Use the Celian Spellbreaker. Go through. Speak to Lusat. He does the same looking arm thing. And he gives you the Stars of Ruin. Now you might notice we're not able to fast travel out of here. And that's because there's a boss in this dungeon. However, that boss is a massive pain. So we're not going to fight it. Instead, we're going to use the Memory of Grace, which will lose all runes. However, since we only have 11,000 and we can just immediately go get that from the bird farm, we're just going to leave. We're then going to step out of the Celia hideaway and go up and out into the open. And then we'll return to Selin.
My apprentice, give me a moment later. I have a favor to ask. The form you see before you is merely a projection. My body lies elsewhere, but the Academy's shackles prevent it being moved. My body is on the Weeping Peninsula at the southern tip of the lands between, imprisoned in the ruins just down from the Church of Marika, past the plain of the Wandering Mausoleum. Can you make the journey to my body? I have something that I can only trust with you.
Inform her of Lusat's location.
Who could have guessed? What a place to find Master Lusat. You have my gratitude. This is all your work. I am truly pleased to have you as an apprentice and a kindred spirit. This is a mere token of my thanks. Please take it. This brings us a full step closer. The bodies of Masters Azure and Lusat can be admitted to the Academy. If only I could undo these wretched shackles. My body is on the Weeping Peninsula at the southern tip of the lands between. Imprisoned in the... Can you make the... I have something.
We're now going to make the journey to her body. Go to the 4th Church of Marika, like she said. And there are some ruins just outside of them. Actually, they're right down here. Drop down. I always forget fall damage is a thing in this game. Don't make the same mistakes I'm making. Oh. Stake of Marika. Oh, if this means what I think it means, then that may actually be a valid strat. Yep, you respawn at the front of the ruins. So actually, me dying there was actually really great, because I showed you how that works. So you're gonna come here, and I recommend you summon... you come in here. I recommend summoning Oga picking up that
My apprentice.
and speaking to this
Thank you
to
for
her.
coming. These shackles take a toll on us all. There is something I need you to look after. My primal glintstone. A star has fallen, and my fortunes waver. Someone may come for my life, and so I entrust it with you, myself. Thank you, my apprentice. This is my essence. Please, treat it with care.
Quit out and return to the main menu. Then return into the game. And speak to Jaren.
Ah, well met. I hardly expected to see the champion of the festival here, of all places. You didn't know Selen, did you? Well, whatever the case, she's dead now. Just put it behind you. She was known as the Graven Witch. Obsessed by the primeval current, countless sorcerers fell to her hand. The most dangerous mage in the entire history of Leyendell's academy. It is strange, though. The woman, she was like a husk. Her soul already fled. I suspect Selen lives on, elsewhere. I'm sure she'll turn up eventually, in another body. A sickening thought. But one that won't stop gnawing at me. I suspect Selen lives on. I'm sure she's a sickening.
Now we need to go return to where Ronnie. Go return to Ronnie. And here we can actually progress several quests at once. We're not going to give the Finger Slayer blade to Ronnie just yet. Instead, we're going to head out and go speak to and go left in order to return the primeval body of Selen back to, well, Selen. Head back down the stairs and go to the Selen that you saw earlier. And transplant the primeval glintstone.
My apprentice. Just how long has it been? Thank you. You've helped me fill a new body once again, and it's truly a gem. Young and full of vigor, a snug fit for my primal glintstone. Better still, I've shed those awful shackles. Finally, I can return to the academy to expel the Karian royal family and restore the primeval current. My dear apprentice, I owe this all to you. Finally, I can return to the academy to expel the Karian royal family and restore the primeval current.
With this, you are now going to want to leave, but you are not going to fast travel. Instead, you are going to head up, and you are going to go over to where Selvis is. You're then going to drop down and speak to him.
Begging?
Begging for another lesson, so
If you need to, buy the rest of his sorceries. If you don't, then you'll now want to reload the area. Okay.
begging for another lesson.
Ask for a new puppet.
What's that? You want another puppet? Quite the keen paramour, aren't we? But I'm afraid each and every one is like a child to me. I can hardly just give them away. Oh dear, what's to be done? Why don't you fetch me some starlight shards? If you can manage it, I'll gladly prepare a new puppet for you. The soul of every puppet has its own ambience. You'll soon come to know once you possess a few. And once each's predilections are known to you, the better you'll be able to love them. Oh yes, you have much to look forward to further down this road.
You're going to want to obtain the jar puppet now.
You're proving to be quite the puppeteer.
I apologize for that.
It is for a very long time indeed. How's the puppet I gave you? A thing of exquisite craft, is it not?
Ask about the scheme.
Perhaps you'll be interested in a little scheme of mine. It will produce the finest of puppets, which I aspire to cherish with these very hands. A ploy to fool even needy Rani. How does that sound? I knew I had you pegged. You're just like me. Then I'd like you to procure something. A rather unique starlight shard that glistens with amber. With that, my special draft will gleam with nectar sweetness. And even a demigod would be slave to its charms. Procure it for me, the rather unique with that, and even a...
With that, we now need to go find it. Now, you might remember the map that we got from Pydia, the weathered map, and it shows that to the left of a certain gate that has a fork in the road, one leading upwards to a gate, there's where starlight shards would have fallen. So now, we need to go over there. And it's actually back here along this road. And it's actually in this little tunnel. Once you have done that, pick up the Amber Starlight Shard and leave and go return to Selvis. Instead of going to go speak to Selvis, though, you're going to want to go around the back of his tower and pick this up. A black wolf mask. And now you're going to want to check the item description of it. Relic of an assassin who assumed the guise of Ronnie the Witch's loyal shadow. The likeness is quite striking. So it is.
Begging for another lesson so soon.
Give the amber starlight.
Well, you managed to lay your hand on it. The blessed day is finally upon us. Goodness gracious, the way it glistens. Utterly enchanting. To think this was once a demigod's very fate. My, oh my, oh my. Ah, are you still here? Ah, yes, I should give you your reward. Yeah, please, it's all yours. It's splendid work, it's just marvelous. Now just you wait. The scheme I promised is to be revealed very shortly.
You'll now want to go back to the Academy of Rhea Lucaria, to the Rhea Lucaria Grand Library where Renala is. You're going to need to come here to finish Selen's quest. Once you come out here, you will have a choice. You can either assist Selen, or you can invade Selen with Jaren. Joining Selen rewards you with a sorcery and her helmet, and the ability and her helmet. Invading Jaren gives you an ancient dragon smithing stone. Personally, I recommend going to challenge Selen, because this will be more useful to you as you'll be able to get a max level normal weapon upgrade material.
Graven witch, enemy of Caria. I vow this time to crush both your frame and your primal glintstone.
With this, you'll get Selen's bell bearing and the witch's glintstone crown. You can then head out here and talk to Jaren.
My thanks for the aid given. I heard from Iji that Lady Rani might have found herself a champion. But I didn't know he was talking about you. You've helped me fulfill an old promise. This is the least I can do for you. Please, take it. Well, I must be leaving now. Brave warrior, if the fates deign it. No, we shall indeed meet again at the next glorious tourney. Well, I must be leaving now. If the fates deign it, may we meet again, tarnished.
With this, we will now leave and return to Ronnie. Now we go speak to Selvus.
perfection of my draught, gleaming nectar sweet. Give it to Rani and ensure she drinks it. The dead-eyed doll lets down her guard in your presence, rather remarkably. Though she might dip her hands in the dirt and feign that icy persona, she's a frail, gentle girl at heart. You understand, don't you? That once you have Rani drink my draught, my scheme will come to fruition. And we'll be in a position to claim the very finest puppet ever crafted. Just imagine the pure elation.
You're going to want to return to Rani. And here you will have a choice. You can either give the draught to Rani, or you can give her the Fingerslayer blade. Giving her the draught outright doesn't work. To put it bluntly, Celavis's plan fails, and you don't enslave Rani. So, obviously the only plan here is to hand over the Fingerslayer blade.
Ah, it was thee, not blithe it seemeth. Even in my slumber I sensed it. It is in thy possession, is it not? The hidden treasure of Nokron. My thanks. Finally all the pieces are in place. Soon must I begin my journey. Upon the dark path only I may tread. Ah, but before I leave, I must entrust thee with this. Take it. My discarded flesh lieth beyond the seal unlocked by it, upon which is carved the curse mark of thy desire. I can fathom what thy purpose might be. Neither of us is welcomed by the brighter path, I see. You may leave now. It was but brief, but thou gavest me fine service. What is it? Thy purpose in approaching me was to obtain the curse mark, was it not? You may leave now. I too am to depart on a journey. Upon the dark path only I may tread.
With this, we now leave Rani alone and go back to Iji.
Oh, there you are. Good of you to drop by. Have you heard? Lady Rani has departed on her journey along the dark path of Empyrean, from Rena's Rise, as she calls it. It would not have been possible without you. As Lady Rani's war counselor, and moreover, her childhood warden, I express my deepest gratitude. You and only you were Lady Rani's true champion. My purpose is nearing its end. I've served Lady Rani for as long as I can remember. It has been a long and wondrous journey. Now Lady Rani is in your hands. I pray that you serve her well, unto the very end.
With this, you're now going to want to leave. And you are going to want to go to the Agil Lake south. And you're going to want to return to where the traitor is. We could have done this sooner, but there was honestly no need to.
Oh, it's you. It's me. Hi. Old E.G. trapped me here. Told me
Open the Everjail.
My thanks, friend. I'm going to see Mistress Rani now. I don't know what came over old E.G., but even if the odds are slim, I need to check the mistress is safe. Now, Rani can finally set in motion the fight against her fate she's dreamed of for so long. I'm going to see Mistress Rani now. I don't know what, but even if the odds...
Return to E.G.
Greetings. I presume you've spoken with Blythe? Very well. There is something you should know. The Two Fingers gave Blythe to Lady Rani as a faithful follower. Her very shadow, incapable of treachery. But if Lady Rani, as an Empyrean, resists being an instrument of the Two Fingers, the shadow will go mad, transforming from a follower into a horrid curse. But such is his destiny. In such matters, Blythe's own thoughts hold no weight. It pains me so. But he must be neutralized, for Lady Rani's sake. Lady Rani has departed on her journey, along the dark path of the Empyrean. Now, Lady, I pray that you...
We now go back to the Hermit Shack. And we decide to reallocate our flask again to 11-1. This is a boss that moves around quite a bit, so I actually recommend swapping your weapon to the Dragon Halberd, and then just changing all of this to, like, Claw, multi-hit, honestly not much else, so yeah, how about more rune gain? And this is like the traditional, normal way of getting into the capital. that you're here again, you can unlock this. Level your dexterity to 28. Remove this, and you can go back to, honestly, using whatever you want, but I'm going to use this. And we're going to swap this to this, this to this, swap this for this. We should be good. So for now, you're going to want to go back to Bach. You're going to want to speak to him.
Bok the seamster, ready to make... Master, did you see it? The Erd tree. I don't really have the words for this, but I was so dazzled. I felt something stir in my breast. The Erd tree is waiting for you, Master. I know it, I do. I feel it in my bones. Oh, please. Bok, ready to make a... Oh.
Now there's a little something that we gotta go do. I'm not a fan, but we gotta do it. We have to do some grinding. Just a little bit. It's not a lot, it's not even hard. But we gotta do it. Alright, and with that, you want to go back to the Table of Lost Grace. And you're gonna want to turn in. And you're gonna want to buy the Radon Lion Robe. The reason for this is because it allows you to progress Box Quest. And you're gonna want to come here. You're gonna want to talk to him.
Bok the seamster, ready to make a... Master, my apologies. Your wardrobe includes the garb of the old demigods, and I'm afraid I can't make adjustments to them. My mum told me once that a royal seamster would do them up in a jiffy. Just wait, Master. Before long, I'll be that good too.
Give him the gold sewing needle.
Is that a gift from my undeserving self? Thank you kindly. But what on earth could it... Oh, what amazing. I've never seen a golden needle. Not in all my life. With a spectacular royal crest to boot. Are you certain that this is for me? I can hardly believe it. Have faith in me, Master. I'll polish my craft enough that I deserve this golden gift. I'll be the golden seamster, Bok. Now I'll be able to sew anything. Even the threads of the demigods. Master, have you ever wished you might be born again? Well, they say that Renala of Rhea Lucaria has the power to help people be reborn. Oh, me? Reborn? Oh, look at me. When you're this ugly, Well, being reborn, it would hardly make a difference, I'm afraid.
Do not give him the larval tear under any circumstances. This results in Bok's death.
Do you think that Mum would be pleased if she knew that I'm as good as any royal seamster now? Oh, it's still not enough. I need to learn how to sew from scratch like her. Master, may I ask you something? Would you mind if I called you Lord? I heard that you and the other Tarnished seek the throne of the Elden Lord. Well, I know that you will be the one, and you would make just the manner of kind-hearted lord that I'd wish for. So please, if you would, allow me to call you Lord.
Say yes.
You don't say. Thank you. Thank you. My lord, my lord, my lord. Please become Elden Lord. And please let I, Bok the Seamster, remain at your side. Going on, please.
After this, you're going to want to play the prattling plate, You're Beautiful.
You're beautiful.
Now speak to Bok again.
Bok the Seam ready to make... Did I just hear my mum speaking? Thank you very much. Mum was always the only one who said I was beautiful. And now, my dear Lord, let me hear her voice. Oh, please, if I may dream just once, do you feel the same way my mum did, my lord? Do you think I'm beautiful, despite these looks?
Say yes.
Oh, my lord, my dear lord, I, Bok the Seamster, am forever in your service. May the throne of Elden Lord be yours. Going on, please.
Now that we have done this, we are now going to want to run through the royal capital. You can ignore all the enemies, or you can fight all of them. Doesn't matter. Make sure you crouch before doing a heavy attack. Drop down. Pick up the cave moss. And now go down. Go up the ladder, up here. Pick up this chest. Because in it's another perfume bottle that you can use to make another one of these. And up here is another seedbed curse. Now you're going to want to head down. And you're going to want to head out along the rooftops. Now you're going to want to run down to the bottom here. And you're going to want to aggro fighting this dude. Charged R2. If you miss, that's okay. Just get another one off after each attack. Rolling light. Back off. Heal. Roll. Rolling light. Rolling light. Another light. Down. Charged R2. 2 charged R2s. And here you get the Lord's Rune. You're going to want to come in here, grab this side of Grace, and now you're going to want to pop all of the runes you have. And now you're going to want to level. Make sure to level your dexterity to 29. Once you have done this, we're now going to climb up one more thing. Be wary to dodge this Leyendell Knight's arrows. Take him down, and jump up. You're gonna want to climb up the dragon. Make a left turn, and grab this. Grab the gravel stone. Run to the far right. Grab the golden rune. Kill this foot soldier. And grab this side of Grace. We're now going to change our build quite a bit here. We're going to change to the Dragon Halberd, and we're going to change what we're using. We're going to change this to the jumping attack, this to the charging attack, and this to the multi-hit talisman. And we'll explore the rest of Leyendell next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a nice one. See you later.